All right, guys, we're back. We've had a little tinkle, little sissy.
Went to the lady.
I hope you went
Come
to the
on.
men's.
Yeah, I can't
Finish
tell
it.
this-
Finish your sentence.
This house has a lot of toilets.
Yeah, we do have a lot of toilets here.
I might have gone to the ladies.
There's no ladies. We're all unisex here.
All the sexes, all the time.
Anyone can have sex in any of our bathrooms. It's fun.
That's right. I did say all the sexes. What did you think I meant?
Let's move on. Well, shall we, Dave? Oh,
I'm looking forward to this one.
yeah, we've got a bit of a topic that you're a bit passionate about, I think.
Oh, no.
Okay, so you're a Batman fan.
I am.
Batman fan. What do you think of Robert Pattinson playing the new Batman? You excited or not?
I was angry when everyone reacted the way they did to Heath Ledger. Look where that wound us up. I was angry.
People didn't like Heath Ledger as the
Yeah,
Joker
when-
at
I thought it
first?
was always
When Heath Ledger was announced as the Joker, he was shit panned on the
Really?
Yeah, people lost their minds. Just the same way they've lost their minds over Ben Affleck. Same way they've lost their minds
they were
over
right to lose it on Ben
Jared
Affleck,
Leto
though.
doing the Joker.
Also
It
terrible.
is this online outrage that just seems to just...
No. Hang on. Ben
Yeah.
Affleck and Jared Leto were terrible at what they did.
I am going to
haven't
go
seen
on
the latest
record as saying Ben Affleck is the best Batman you have ever had in the cinematic universe. Love him. Love him.
wow.
And as Bruce
You know
Wayne.
what?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that because when I saw Batman vs Superman, which was the movie that he did,
Yes.
I was just bored and I barely watched it. So maybe I need to give it another go.
Until he kicked the shit out of the thugs in that abandoned building.
I need to give it another go. I'm
like,
a bit harsh on my opinion on
here's-
that right now.
Here's like one of the silliest little things you'll hear me
Are
say.
you just saying that so you're
no,
a bit niche?
I'm being genuine. When I was a kid, I only knew cinematic Batman. Then I got into the comics, and now I'm a massive fan because I've like read every comic I could have got my hands on. The thing I want is Batman in a grey suit. If you read comics, if you watch the cartoons,
Yeah, I've
Batman
seen
is
it.
always in grey.
Yeah.
He's in a grey suit with a black cape.
He was in a
every
grey suit.
movie, they make him totally black. Christian Bale's Batman was all black. Keaton's was all black. They've always been all black. I'm
No, they
over it.
haven't.
Affleck's was grey.
No,
Adam West
what about
doesn't count.
I can't remember his name right now. There was a
Clooney?
60s
Yeah,
movie.
that's Adam West.
Adam
And-
West.
and Adam
he was
West-
wearing grey.
Yeah, and blue. Like, which is kind of the campier. That's the like Super
yeah, very
Friends era.
campy.
Trust me.
You don't like the blue?
No, I love the blue, but it's Super Friends era. it's a camp era that like Roger Miller.
That was real
Frank
slaps.
Miller destroyed. Like the 1980s when DC Comics ran A Death in the Family and they killed Robin. They were the first ever comic to like basically go, "No, we're going to get really real on you," and it kind of just changed the comic universe. So
Yeah. Just quickly,
great
can you
Batman.
move your chair forward a little bit? You're just knocking that shit behind you. It's going everywhere.
I'll do it again.
Yeah, you're right.
But I can't join in on this. You've gone over my
Sorry,
head
yeah,
already.
no, Ben Affleck, awesome Batman. What was the question?
Sorry, but quickly, Adam West as Batman. That scene where he's got
Perfect for the time.
the bomb and he can't get rid
Can't
of
get
it
rid of the
is the best.
It is overshadowed massively by the shark repellent.
Oh,
Like when the
that
shark's
too,
on
yeah.
his leg and he's on
If
the rope
anybody
ladder.
hasn't seen the 1960s Batman film, you need to see it.
Yeah, you have to go back
It's
and
an
watch it.
absolute. Have you
Yeah.
seen it, Josh?
No.
Oh, dude, you
Yeah.
need to see it.
Right.
It is fantastic.
Look, I always say
It's-
like the idea of Batman fascinates the hell out of me, but I've never dived very deep into that.
Oh, you need to
that
get.
world.
Well,
And I
that's a perfect
want
place
You need to
start.
put your goggles
Yeah,
on
okay.
and
If you
have a
don't
swim.
understand the deep aspects of Batman, Adam West is he's your boy.
Yep.
Oh, it is.
There's no depth. It's terrible.
You
I
won't-
still want to see
it's
it.
not even Batman.
What about who
No, of
played
the whole
Joker
world.
in
I
that?
wanted. I really wanted
That was
Starts with R. Ramirez.
Ramirez.
Yeah.
I can't remember his full name.
So
but
Joker
he
in
refused.
that film had a mustache, but he refused to shave it, so they just painted white over the mustache, and it's putrid.
Not just the film,
You can still
throughout the entire series.
yeah, and you can. I never saw the series.
From day one. Yeah, he had
Just
a...
painted
I know we've
over
talked
his
about
mustache.
this before in the past, but I need you to like send me 10 things and then let me get through it, then give me 10 more things and let me get
Keep
through
your
it.
eye on the comments on this video, and I will post links to
Yes,
Please,
please
everything
do.
relevant
Yes,
to
that'll be
Batman.
so good. I haven't
God,
seen
I
the
have to do
series, so I
that
need
now,
to. Yeah, you do.
Absolutely, just for my sake.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've pretty much done the next question, which was
just for argument's sake.
Let's dive into your fandom of Batman in general. Actually, the one thing I do want to know is, how did that start?
Ooh, do you want the deep personal answer?
Get on with
the
it.
kind of cosmetic, nice.
Just get on with it.
You know?
Just the general what happened cosmetically, I guess.
I appropriated everything I didn't like in myself with Batman. I saw a dude that would, would stand for nothing but the best, and this Batman's superpower is he's just incredible persistence and he just gets in there and he the whole thing with Batman is he's meant to be the peak physical human,
Sure.
and
read the
also
room.
mentally, the world's greatest detective, and I really 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 adored that. And anytime I had an insecurity, it was kind of like, how Christians wear the "What would Jesus do" bracelet. I didn't mean it, but I just started what would Batman do? And so seeing such good merit and such good character and such determination, I became...
Through adversity as well, his backstory.
Yeah, exactly. The dude's been through some shit, and it's just anytime you have a problem in your life and you want to overcome it, and you've got to be determined to do so, Batman's probably had a worse problem, and... Well, maybe not. He's a billionaire, but but there's a relatable thing in there.
I think that's why I'm so fascinated in his world, is because that seems interesting to me.
But that also being said, then there's the dichotomy of his villains, and his villains undermine all his principles, which then begins to ask the question of is what you're doing right? And then you become conscious kind of your decisions. Yeah. The DC universe to me just is a really wonderful sort of exploration of philosophy and what's right, what's wrong, and
what's awesome? Colin Farrell playing Penguin
in the
Robert Pattinson one. Yeah,
you'll never beat Danny DeVito.
No,
Would you like
won't.
an egg in these trying times or whatever?
Man, that movie was filth.
No, that was a good movie.
Filth. Watch that.
Are you okay, Alexa?
Some of the stuff that Danny DeVito says in that movie
Someone watches
is
that show.
Absolute.
What is it? Always Sunny? Yeah.
That's also the best.
Best penguin ever, am I right?
No, but some of this, watch it again. Some of the stuff that he says in that is absolute filth, and you wouldn't be able to say
it's terrible.
It's
and fun fact Friday, it's Saturday.
We started on Friday.
It will.
No, it is Saturday. Sorry.
No, it's Sunday.
Definitely didn't start.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Sunday.
Thanks,
yeah,
Alexa.
good. What time is it?
Alexa, what time is it?
Currently, for anyone playing at home, it's 2:21.
Very good. AM.
Is it really? I've got to mow lawns tomorrow at 11. Anyway, fun fact.
Your lawns?
That film was panned massively because they thought it would be really family friendly, and McDonald's jumped on board and they sold all the toys, and then parents were just in droves taking their kids to the theatre to see Batman Returns, and there's Danny DeVito vomiting black blood and dying face down in water, and the film got into a shit ton of trouble.
Yeah, listen to some of his dialogue in it. I'm not going to say.
I haven't watched that one in so many years.
And talk about violence against women. What happens to Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman, is just watch that again.
Yeah, it's not okay.
Does not translate to 2020.
You ready for the next segment, though?
Yeah, let's go.
You ready for it?
We can waffle, can't
Just
we?
behind you is like a little leaning pad.
Do you need me to move forward again?
It's where the keyboard is.
I got it.
Is that what I was knocking
So
before?
each week we ask someone to draw me a
Chuck that on your
tattoo.
lap while I sort of set you up. Mm-hmm. You know where this is going. You're a fan of the show.
So far
True.
we've had Luke, who drew his half moon.
Wait, you guys do this at the end? Is this the end?
This isn't the end.
No,
okay,
No.
I'll chuck you on the back of this one.
So we had Luke, who did his half moon.
Make sure that.
Number 2 was Phil, who had Enter Here. Number 3 was Cats and Beer, Nick Angelo.
Beer.
That's winning. That's still winning, I think.
But I don't write in blue.
Number 4, Alex.
Number
Who was number 4? Hannah was number 4?
Yep.
What was her tattoo?
Oh, you're pushing my memory here.
Oh,
That's right.
the finger.
This is why no one likes me.
Yep. Number 5 was that Ben?
Ben Shear.
Yep. He wrote the Kaku symbol.
Kaku and Dix.
Yeah, Kaku Dix.
Number 6.
Number 6 was Taryn. and she
It
wrote
was like that heart with
a love
ruse on
heart
it.
as an arse with ruse on
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
And today
better not
we
be
have
starting.
Dave.
No. I'm just making sure this pen works. 'Cause
Yeah, right.
Sweet.
So
All right.
Alex has the timer. So
Does the pen work okay?
yeah, I think so. It'll
we
dick
got it
out.
back up here in blue if you don't mind, but
Yeah.
we'll see how you go.
is it right?
Not a big fan of blue ink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I got a green one.
Or
No, you use that every episode. It's terrible.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We've used it in one episode.
I'm
though.
expecting him to do some weird green screen thing with like
Oh,
you know,
maybe.
like-
Yeah.
All of these will appear on the screen, but
yeah.
Well, anyway, are you ready?
Yep.
Your 30 seconds starts now.
So last episode in this bit we talked about the cricket and you said the Stars were going to win.
you know what I want to talk about? Is how, what did you and Alex get up to last night?
Oh, we just drank trying to work out the sound card.
The pen stopped
What did you
working.
drink?
We drank white wine out of a goon bag.
I got home today and I see this empty goon bag and I'm like, oh, what did you guys do last night? Jesus.
5 seconds.
Oh shit.
And stop.
Before you show me, Dave, I just want to finish this with
I
Josh.
literally had to write something underneath it.
What was it going to say?
Finish it off because it's a tattoo.
It's just
okay.
words. Like I literally need
So-
to write.
I
You-
can see what you're
Go on,
doing.
touch the words in.
Okay,
So,
that's it.
because
It's done.
because my car is broken at the moment. You and Alex had to go get these microphones. So after you did that, do you have a couple of drinks? Did you?
Yeah, a few.
Yeah.
We finished off the goon bag of white wine.
Oh.
Lovely.
Yeah,
I
they'll-
assume this will come up on the screen,
Yeah, they'll.
right?
Well, are you putting them up on the screen now, or
Yeah,
do
roughly
you
sometime
put 'em
around
in the
now.
comments
Yeah.
or something?
And you know how you've written a spaceship that says
I've
out of
written a
space?
spaceship. I've drawn a spaceship and I've written out a space.
Yeah. But I reckon what you could have done was drawn some kind of cow spaceship and wrote utter space.
Well, I ran out of fucking
Ding.
time, didn't I? No, you're right.
Yeah.
Maybe like you start giving the guests like 35 seconds.
Well, we gave you fucking more than 30.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what.
Are you right with that?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
actually, true. I did probably get. What we'll do is we'll put little cow horns on the spaceship, and then you will always know.
No, mate, you had your 30 seconds.
Give us a card before he starts fucking with
It
it.
Part of
doesn't.
you
It
might
doesn't
have
have
been
a
on me
reference
for-
point, but that.
A part of you could have been on me forever if you tried hard enough.
I reckon that still might win.
How are you guys going to decide which one?
It's up to Dan, surely.
I definitely.
No, it has to
I
be a Facebook
absolutely
poll.
get to check.
At the end of the year, you get to like, you got to put them all up, and there's got to be a voting poll.
Maybe.
Your viewers are the real, victims here.
Yeah.
Like, they should be at least allowed to decide.
That's going to be an episode on its own, you know that? Like me
What?
getting the tattoo.
What
We're gonna film
the
the whole
rehabilitation of your viewers. Like,
No, the,
Oh, you're talking about
the
a tattoo,
rehabilitation
sorry.
of my ass peeling from a fucking tattoo I got from a podcast. All right, moving on to viewer questions.
Viewer questions.
Let's do it. Who
All
we
right.
got?
So we got Julian. We mentioned earlier today.
Julian. Who's Julian?
oh god. These are the
Yeah, there's viewer questions. We just said that. So Julian
Now we're
James
nearly done.
does like blues guitar. Is he in any bands right now? I don't think so.
No. He's gone full solo.
just
Blues
gone
guitar, blues vocals.
Amazing guitarist. Like I've said it earlier.
Not just blues. Whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's expanded now.
Yeah, okay. I haven't seen him since back in probably a few years now, but
Killer.
he always blew my mind with his guitar ability, and his vocals just kept getting better. Anyway, what does the perfect government look like to you?
Time lapse.
We are on a schedule here.
Okay, the perfect government to me would be... actually, this is really easy and really quick. No lawyers.
Yeah, okay. That makes
Damn
Righto.
lawyers. Yeah, you want to be a minister of education, you have to have a education background.
Did you hear
wanna
that, Ben? No lawyers.
Yeah, sorry. Who's Ben? Oh, right,
Yeah.
the camera. I thought you just
Kaku
changed
Ben.
Alexa's name. Like,
No.
Oh, it's Ben now. Fact check.
I watch all your episodes. Who's Ben?
Yeah, true.
No, I agree. No lawyers.
Yeah, no lawyers. I think if you like, okay, this is all I'll say about it. Right?
Can you really stir him up? Can you
Look-
just look at the camera and direct everything you're saying to Ben? Don't say lawyers. Say Ben. Say Ben.
understand the functioning of lawyers. I really
Ben.
do, and I appreciate them. Ben. Ben, don't get me wrong. What I'm saying isn't like a personal attack so much as the decisions you've made in your life might have put you in a place where it does make me sort of think, you know? So
You make me sick.
politicians are supposed to lead, lawyers are trained to win. You become a political person with a lawyer background and you're just looking to win. I don't want a fucking winner. I want a leader. If the opposition's idea is a good idea, work with them to make it the best idea. Don't try and beat them. Fuck you winning. Fuck you, Ben. Seriously. Sorry. No, Ben, I love you. I was just-
That's one hell of a horse's mouth, and you fucking heard it.
You want to do the next one, or do you want me to do another?
Go again.
Again, we got our, but your good mate, Harvey.
Sorry, hang on. I can't wait for Ben to watch this.
I don't even know you, Ben. I'm sorry.
No, it was great. It was great.
Well, we've got our good mate, Palmy, as written in.
Yes.
He does solo stuff. He was in Damn That River when...
Oh, so this is a question from Palmy. Yeah,
This is a question from Palmy.
Yes.
And you were telling me he's done work with Mini Monsters.
Yes, so he's so there's Electric Circus Studios is run by Joel Folt, who's fucking amazing, and he does a
We've worked with him
children's.
before.
Yeah, you guys have, haven't you?
No, with Damn That River.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah,
sorry.
But this is before that. So now he's doing like a kids thing, and they've got like a mascot. They go into schools and they do like education and sports
That's
and
pretty
music
cool.
together. They do music and sports education together. Get in there, do that. They've got this mascot, Mikey Monster. Palmy is the voice of Mikey Monster.
that's awesome.
And not, I don't know if I'm allowed to divulge that, but fuck it, I'm divulging it. It's sick.
No
Like, the
kids are
dude-
watching this.
The dude, no,
It's
exactly.
fine.
But like my lead singer is voicing like a kid's character. I really love that.
Yeah.
That's some Yo Gabba Gabba shit. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look up Devo and the connection to Yo Gabba Gabba. Anyway, so.
We got a question for you from Palmy. In today's modern times of streaming, downloading, and playlists, in your opinion, how relevant is the artist album in today's music? Is there still a place for it? I'm sorry, my throat's a bit fucked tonight.
You sound really sexy.
Yeah.
You've got that like raspiness. I'm like, I don't even know if I listened to that question. I was just
With,
like,
with
do
that
you hear
voice,
this?
if you could pick one sentence for him to say, what would it be?
I'll say it.
I think
Can
it
you
would
get
have
him to say something sexy for us?
It would have to be something like, "You've done enough. Come with me. It's time to go home." Say that.
You've done enough. Come with me. It's time to go home.
And you just, God, you feel comfortable. You're just like, like,
It's the opposite of what I feel.
I don't know. We're on the fly here.
Should I reread it or?
That's just a really nice. That's a really. Jeez, he's a smart guy.
He is a really smart guy.
Yeah, look, read it again.
So, in
quickly.
today's modern times of streaming, downloading, and playlists, in your opinion, how relevant is artists' albums in today's music? Is there still a place for it?
I really appreciate that he's asked that because that's a bit of a testament to how well he knows me.
Yeah.
Albums will always be relevant. There's always going to be somebody out there who is going to look deeper into your art than you probably expect them to. Albums are they are lessons, their journeys, their experiences. Some are better than others. Don't get me wrong.
I feel like in today's music, it's always going to be relevant. Maybe not as relevant, but it sort of groups like experiences together. So you go, oh, that's the album from 2013, but it's very different to 2018.
I do agree that like with streaming and with like whatever, like you kind of ushered into a best of no matter where you go.
Yeah.
You know, Spotify will try and shuffle you. They'll, you know, you've purposely got to go out of your way to select track one of an album and then sit there and listen to
It's no
the
longer
whole
the
thing.
only option.
Yeah.
Sometimes you click on the top of the album, like you just click on an album and you'll click track one, and then track two won't play.
Yeah.
It'll go to a
that's-
different thing.
That's what I
and
mean.
you're
Like, yeah.
I'm trying to listen to this album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what they wrote, and I want to know what they're thinking at that time.
I mean,
That's
but,
why I like
but this is
albums
the thing.
still.
Like people will sit there and go, "Oh, because of the internet, you know, kids aren't really experiencing what an album can be." And then the parents of those people are going like, oh, because of vinyls, kids aren't experiencing what like a live show can be. And then their grandparents are going like, oh, you know, like there's always going to be a sort of a criticism. Every generation is going to experience it differently. I think if you want to hear music and you want to get into music, it wouldn't matter if it was on vinyl, cassette, streaming, you know, like it doesn't matter. If you're susceptible to indulging in the art form of music, then you'll find it and it'll be relevant. And I think it would be sincerely short-sighted of any artist to turn around and say, well, I'm not going to work on what I want to work on, or you know, if it's an album, because I don't think anyone will listen to it. Because no one, I don't think, in their right mind should have ever written an album because it has to be listened to. Most artists, I think, write albums because they want to.
I haven't heard more of a spot-on answer.
Cheers.
It sort of reminded me of a
Absolutely, that is spot on.
That sort of reminded me of a Bukowski bit in one of his novels where he's writing a movie like some producer. Bukowski. He's an author.
There's a cow in there.
Yeah.
So anyway, he's
Again with the
being
others.
paid by a producer or
Sorry.
something to write a movie, and then he tells this producer what it's about, and he goes, "Oh, is anyone going to read that?" He's like, "If I cared what other people thought about my writing, I wouldn't write anything."
Yeah, spot on. Like,
There you go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, attribute your art to yourself and then just let people do what they do.
Do you think that might be the problem with a few of the, I guess, pop songs? Because, like, when I write songs or whatever, like, I want to write songs that, like, my bandmates like and we can all like together.
Yeah.
And see, this is that kind of balance where I get a bit put off with bands and stuff. Like, I hear Slipknot talking about, like, you know, we wrote this one for the fans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like to have a fan base like that, but I assume that you are kind of writing for them at a certain point when you have that many fans.
Yeah, absolutely.
But for me, I want to write a song that connects with me,
Yeah.
and if it does connect with somebody else, then that's real.
Yeah.
Because I wrote it for the way I feel, and if somebody else feels like the way I do, they'll connect with it, and that's an awesome thing. So
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
I start
you're
writing
spot on.
a song to deliberately connect with somebody else, I struggle with the
You're
real.
already
Don't
separating
take it so
yourself.
Yeah.
literally. Like I would argue, don't take it so literally, because that's actually impossible. Like, what you're worried about, you can't do. So, like, it sounds like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like you're talking about, if I wrote a song for you, it might not be my own.
No,
But you
I
wrote
don't
it.
think that I can. I don't think I'm able to write songs for anyone else but myself.
Yes. Yeah.
So if anyone does connect with it, it's more real because it's like you're feeling what I do, and hopefully that's why.
I mean, that's the same as like me painting a picture and going like, oh, it's for them. It's like, yeah, but you still painted it. It's still yours. Like, it's still for you. Like, you know what
Until
I
it
mean?
hits
Like,
the public eye.
it's still, yeah. Like, it's, I would argue that, like, everyone's got a piece of, like, you've got, like, for me, it comes back down to, like, a sort of an interpretation. Like, I can write a song for, like, a girlfriend, or I can write a song for a best mate or whatever, but it's still my interpretation of what the song for them is. And that's, like, when you believe in it, when you really, really, really pitch it and hit the point, the other person does pick up on it and it is their song and they do feel it. Like when Slipknot turn around and say, this one's for the fans, them believing that they have created an art form for the fans, just that belief in it alone is contagious and the fans think it's for them. I'll give you. This is going to sort of be a bit of a stretch, but I'll give you an example. The other day, I went to my sister-in-law Sarah's. Happy birthday, Sarah! We went to her birthday,
Sarah.
at Little Creatures in Geelong.
Josh, you should wish Sarah a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Sarah.
Thank you. So we went to the Little Creatures Brewery in Geelong, which is the home of Furfies, which is, you know, like, send me a case. Name drop. You got it. But so we went there. We were out. My partner and I, Melissa, were out in the beer garden having a smoke. Anyway, I saw a snail in the garden. Now it's been raining, so the ground was wet. So I got the snail out of the garden, found another one, called one hers, called one mine, and I got a little stone and I drew a circle on the concrete and put the snails in the center of the concrete.
Yeah.
And she goes, what the fuck are you doing? You're insane. And I was like, well, we used to have snail races in primary school. I thought, while we have a smoke, we'll have a snail race.
Yeah.
She was just like, what is wrong with you? I was so excited. And what happened was I was so excited and I was having so much fun. My brother came out. I told him about it. He grabbed a snail. He joined in. And then like the table next to us, they came over and started watching. They're like, what are you guys doing? Like, why is everyone cheering? And next thing there was like probably like 8, 9, 10 people standing around enjoying this snail race. The moral of the story is it's 2 fucking snails in a circle. But because I was so excited, the excitement, you know, like even though Mel thought I was, in the end of it,
so good.
yeah,
Yes,
like
so good.
it's like it's contagious. Like believe in what you do, and others will follow. So don't worry about impressing them.
Dave,
show them.
Yes. Spot
Sorry.
on. Can I do a viewer question?
Yeah,
you want
should
one?
do
Yeah, fuck
You
it.
want it?
Yeah, give it to me, baby.
Luke Kalako,
Ah,
right?
how funny is it that I said that to his question?
Ah.
No, give it to me,
plays
baby.
in Teen Bomb. He does ghost songs as well.
Yes. Episode.
We've got another Batman one.
3, 2.
Oh, I actually like this question.
Yeah.
He sent this one to me.
What 3 Batman villains would make the best dogs?
Fuck no to Two-Face. You want a dog with consistency.
He's
Consistency-
He consistently has 2 faces.
Consistent. Joker's perfect. Like
Yeah,
Joker
Joker's
would be the
almost
best
a dog
dog.
in itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like Joker's not insane. He's like hyper sane. Is in he can amalgamate to any situation he's given. That's why he's so dangerous, because he will just adapt from funny to serial killer. You give him a scenario and he will adapt to it. There's no fixed personality in there. So that's a great dog, because no matter where you go or what you do with your dog, he's up for it.
Yeah.
He's in there. He's got the
that's
right
true.
answer.
That's-
Just
So-
quickly, did you see the new Joker movie?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
how good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am still like
Oh,
I still haven't.
dude.
That's one that.
You know
Well,
what
after
say.
this, I'm taking Josh back to my place and we're watching
Yeah,
Joaquin Phoenix in The Joker.
You know,
and Mad City. Anyway, we gotta pump through this.
Anyway,
real
yeah.
question.
So, what was
No,
it? Two
we
more.
don't. Just quickly, sorry, you need to go home. You need to get in a dark room and you need to watch that film.
Just hide all the razor blades, rope, and cyanide pills. Like,
Yeah.
So we need 2 more.
Oh,
villains
it's a
that act
heavy
as
film.
dog.
Alex, you
Okay,
haven't
sorry.
seen it either, have you?
I don't-
We'll watch it together. We'll
You
cut
guys
it.
Okay.
need to get in a dark room. Don't bloody say a word to each other
Edit
and
this
just
out.
watch it. It is.
Can you put up like the Joker poster? Like, you know,
Yeah.
Everyone
can
needs
do
to see
anything,
it.
man.
The other 2
Very well
dogs.
sorted.
Thank you, Alexa. You may sleep now. So the other 2 dogs would be Harley Quinn would be fuck, that's really hard, because most of the villains. Killer Croc, he'd be a Doberman. That'd be sick. So we got Joker. Joker would be, I reckon, Irish Wolfhound. Killer Croc would be a Doberman, and you'd just be a big dopey Doberman. You'd love him. And
That's
then the third.
We don't need 3.
No. Oh, you want Rachel Gould, but he's a Pomeranian. Done.
I love Pomeranians, but
Yeah, they're so wise.
you want to do the next one or you want me?
You go, mate.
Yeah.
You go.
What are
This
you
one's
guys
from
sick of
Mary,
talking to me?
your own mother.
Not
Wait,
mine,
say
Mike.
that again, please.
Shit, really? Yes, cool. Sorry. I
You already knew.
yeah,
that.
I knew this was coming. I just.
All right, so she ended up.
Dave called his mum for us.
Dave
before.
called his
I
mum for
called
us.
my mum to get her to ask a question, but
And
I
then
didn't realize it was.
I was on the phone to her for a while, and she was asking everyone in the room, "What can we ask Dave? Like, what have you always wanted to know?" And there's a few times within that conversation where she'd go, "I'm not asking him that." So I actually want to know what those questions were. Anyone who was in that room, please write in.
It's probably Nat and Pat. Nat
Yeah.
and Pat, right in.
So can people change? Is what they came to as a conclusion.
Can people change?
Yeah.
Well, that's not like, subtle at all. I'll get married. Fuck, leave me alone.
Can you be a better
I don't
person?
know. Yeah, look, yes.
That was really directed at you.
Yeah, wow, that is like some.
They
passive-
really
I didn't
thought
think
that
it
one
was,
out.
but
I
the
was
way
on the
you-
phone.
Yeah,
They
thanks,
were
Pat.
asking everyone in the room. I
I was-
don't know whose that one was, but
So this is what happens. Paddy quit singing, and like now he's not in the band anymore. So now he's happy to just rubbish me in front of the Melbourne Music Centre. No, I'm joking. No, Mum, they can't. This is the way I will always be. I was born to try.
but can people in general like is it a possible thing?
Can we get a Delta quote counter? Sorry, what?
So is it possible for other people to change?
It better be. I'm sick of this shit. No, you're different every day. Like, yeah. You can wake up tomorrow and be whoever you want to be. Don't worry about the past and don't get hung up on the, what is it? It's the regrets of the past and the anxiety of the future. Fuck it. Just live in the moment and you'll be,
Yeah, I don't think it was worded quite that well, but
I'm no
like
Gandhi.
that's a Buddhism thing, I think.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
live in the now, or you do disjustice.
Well, okay. Look at it from a
past and
scientific
future.
point of view. The brain is malleable.
Yeah.
Like the brain forever remains malleable, and the brain's where like our personality and our memories and everything comes from. So I mean, even scientifically, you can't argue it. Yes, we can definitely change.
All right.
Yeah.
Next viewer.
Go
Science.
again. You
Go again. Frankie, a good friend of both of ours.
Yeah.
Was that the Brownie owner?
No.
No. Oh.
Different Frankie. Franklin
Yeah.
is another
Sure.
one. So, favorite underrated drummer and why?
Ooh.
Underrated drama.
This is so fucking.
I would ask you, Dan, as well, so have a think. Just like quickly, like who?
Favorite underrated drummer. This is actually really embarrassing.
Oh,
'cause
drama. I thought you said drama. I'm like trying
my
to think
Yeah,
of
favourite
TV
that's
shows.
where it's really going.
My favorite underrated drama.
I was like, fuck.
Like
you-
when Kyle
you
left
have
Wendy
some?
on Neighbours. Like, oh my god,
Yeah,
did
I was
no
like-
one care? Like,
That's what I was like. I was like, you have some? Like, why is that hard?
nah, underrated drummer. Honestly, like, this isn't really not like people will probably get angry at me for this answer, but I would say like majority of local, like pretty much every local muso like that I see, like
don't think anyone's gonna be angry with
Cat Crawl's drummer, right?
Yeah.
First ever live show with that band, from what I've been told. Got out there, got on stage, has obviously practiced like a motherfucker because she was flawless. Like, nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
No, they were awesome that night.
Oh,
Yeah,
big
like
time,
they really were. Like,
First
I mean,
gig, and they were the band of the night. And I was one of the bands that played.
Yeah.
and that's
You
the
didn't
thing,
see my
like,
band because you wouldn't.
You can get up, like, you can get on a platform and you can say that an underrated drummer is, like this famous guy.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think the most underrated people are the people that are just starting out, and that's what I mean. I'm sorry if that's a cop out of an
No,
answer.
not at all. Not at all.
But
I think it's a cop out.
But like,
No one cares.
what's her name? Just, like, can we flash up her name because I feel really rude. 'Cause
Is that Puswana?
No, that's
drummer from
Cat Crawler Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Yeah.
Okay,
Charlotte.
I didn't get all I said to her, like, I was literally going to grab a beer. She was sitting there, and I just said that was fucking amazing, and I kept walking. But if I'd had a chance to speak to her, I would have said, "Well done, fucking awesome." I remember being there. It's really hard when you first start out, and you think everybody's watching you, and you think everything you do is being scrutinized. It's not.
Yeah.
Relax. Everything you're playing, you have rehearsed. You know it's in you. Just relax. Just enjoy it. Do it. She nailed it. She was so fucking good.
Oh,
That's an
such a good
underrated
show.
drummer. If you ever get out to a show and you know that people are like new or fresh, they're the most underrated players.
Yeah.
Because they've just got it in them.
That's a good answer. Like that's a better answer than I was expecting.
Sorry.
Sure.
Why are you sorry?
Because it's very long.
This next one is from Nick Angeli,
Ah.
the Italian stallion. Actually, that works well with this question. Who would win in a fight out of Sylvester Stallone and Arnie in their prime?
I have related to Sylvester probably more because that's the best name. My granddad's favourite character.
Do you reckon
and
he'd
Warner
kick the shit out of
was
Arnie in
Sylvester.
his prime, though?
No, not at all. No.
Well,
I'm
that's
just
it.
saying, like, yeah, I love Sylvester, but no, Arnie's got it.
I'm an Arnie man.
It's Arnie.
Arnie all
like,
the way.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like even Rambo was mostly.
And he had
relying
better
on his-
one-liners than that matters.
If it came to a if it was like a weapons fight, Rambo.
Yeah.
Like Sylvester would definitely win weapons.
I'm
but if you're
assuming-
talking
I'm assuming
fisticuffs,
one-on-one, yeah.
Arnold all the way.
Right,
How could you kill him? Like, sorry.
Oh, that was really good. Go, Josh, go.
Alright, so we got Az. He's infamous for his sound guy work around the
The
Melbourne suburbs, but also has played in other bands like Three Quarter Beast. But I don't know.
I really don't rate him on that. I just he's forever as the sound guy to me.
Yeah, no, that's what he's most known for.
Yeah.
Anyway, oh wait, this is a really fucking weird question.
Not that I have a problem with him as a muso.
No.
It's-
What's your second best friend's favorite breakfast food?
Okay, my second best friend at the moment would definitely have to be Justice. She doesn't eat breakfast. I don't feed her breakfast. Oh my god.
Justice is Dave's dog.
Thank
by the
you.
way.
Because of this podcast, I have learned I need to probably start feeding my dog breakfast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, Az.
Yeah, right.
You got another one?
So, yeah, no, I don't. No.
No, I got one more. Clay from Racquetball and Palmy solo stuff.
Pretty much only the bands I'm in.
Yeah, yep. So, when you play drums, what's your superpower?
Oh, we talked about this the other night. Oh, he's going to kill me. My superpower is... It used to be the mantra, fuck 'em. Because I was so worried about like how well I would do or what other people would think that the girls...
That's a good different question we can ask is what's people's mantras?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, mantras are sick.
I love me a good mantra.
Yeah.
I always used to say, yeah, fuck 'em. Fuck 'em got me through because my brain will go to the darkest recesses of its existence to
Well, I
make
think
me
the
feel
reasoning
bad.
behind it is very similar to mine, which is a relatively famous quote by a comedian, Bill Hicks.
Yes.
It's just a ride.
Yeah.
I've actually considered tattooing that to myself.
On your butt at the end of season 1.
No, somewhere where I can read it. I
Because
don't
you
look at
should
my
have
butt
said,
that often.
season 2, you're getting the tattoo. Get me on. I'll do it for you in 30 seconds.
I can't say what it is now, but we have an awesome idea for season 2 for Josh.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I'll tell you later when we're done this.
Yep.
Actually, let's finish this because
Can I come back in season 2? And
Absolutely.
vote
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get through some of the next ones. So,
Right, so-
who's your favourite Simpsons character?
I've always. Oh shit. Hang on. Is this like answer as fast? Like
Oh, yeah.
flash round?
Yeah, relatively
Okay.
flash.
I'm never angry when Ralph Wiggum's on it.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
No, he's a
I bet
good
my
character.
Wookiee.
What card are we up to?
I
10.
don't know.
I've got 11. I don't have a 10.
I thought it was a
Okay,
question.
I'll do Dan's one on number 10. Most hated rock hit.
Chop Suey.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh.
I fucking hate System of a Down.
See, I
And that is like
disagree. I love System of a Down because they took what Korn did and weren't shit at it.
I don't know. Like,
Oh, Jesus.
yeah.
I don't want any part of this. Let's move on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Hang on. Just quickly.
Come on.
I don't hate them. It's the voices.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Sorry.
Um,
All music is
All right,
good music.
you're a big fan of female vocalists.
I am.
I know this. So
because you sang
just,
for me once and I went, oh my god.
so just give us like 3 names of some good vocalists people can look up.
Skeeter Davis is probably my. Oh, actually no. Fucking Connie Francis. You cannot go past
Okay.
Connie Francis. Connie Francis, best female voice ever.
I'm gonna have to look that one up.
Oh, it'll be on the screen. You just watch this back and you'll be able to find it.
Like I know she's popular with men and for all the wrong reasons, but Dolly Parton's voice is
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you can't go past her voice. Honourable mention to, and I feel like a prick. I can't remember her name. The Cranberries.
Oh,
passed
yeah, I
just
can't remember her
recently.
name. Like a few years ago, she passed. I think.
Alex, who's the
Alexa-
lead singer of the Cranberries?
Can you just like edit that in? Like it's
I can't look it up now because I ran out of data.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
That's
all
a fair
good.
call.
I would give a mention to Nancy Sinatra. That's my go-to.
well the one that I got into recently was crap. I've forgotten. I've only just like gotten her name. But yeah, Blondie.
Yeah.
Blondie's my go-to girl. Connie Francis, Blondie.
Sorry?
Deborah Harry.
Yeah, sorry, Deborah Harry. I'd marry her now, any day.
So would
Like,
I.
Nice.
my friends will go. They'll agree. Like they'll testify that this is true. My purpose in life is to build a time machine so I can go back and marry like 1983 Atomic Deborah Harry.
Is it all right if we move on?
Yeah. Put it away, Dave. Put it away.
You got the next one.
Sorry, I'm
That
just
got a
trying,
nice little.
just
tin
trying to be
out of
that
the wine
did.
bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah. No dead air tonight.
Oh, this is a good one, Dave. You're gonna like this. Candles. Josh.
Alright. Word association game.
Here we go. So,
So
wait,
have you practiced for this or not? Because we've told a few people.
No,
So-
because
what
my
we're doing.
attention span ran out.
Yep, fair
but
enough.
you know how this works now. So can I set this up a little
Yeah,
bit?
yeah.
So each week we Josh plays the word association game with people, and whatever they answer, we ask the next guest. So whatever your answers are going to be the next guest's questions.
Okay.
So you have to answer
Hang on,
fast.
but I watched Spider's episode.
Yeah, so they're going to
So
be your
I
already-
they're going to be your
So
questions.
her answers
Okay.
are your questions.
Okay.
Yeah, but we need you to go fast
I
and
did
just,
explain this and I stopped listening. I
Yeah, that's
remember
fair.
because I went to pick up a lighter and it wasn't where I put it down, and I looked for the lighter for like 2 minutes. And when I came back, she was answering all these questions, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool."
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Go on.
No, all good. So her answers are your questions.
All right.
Yep.
All
So
right.
bass,
Luke,
soccer,
can
Come on.
Italian
shit,
dogs.
pink,
Leave me alone. I'm lonely.
Dan.
What's your surname? Berkowitz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Club,
Footy.
down.
System of.
I was going to say syndrome. I was like, no.
Now you just said it.
System of it.
Night,
Dark Batman. Like, sorry.
dark side of the moon.
Trampoline.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Milk,
And honey.
alkaline,
What?
alkaline,
Alkaline. Fucking the Energizer Bunny.
Sweet. I'll have to rewatch it because you didn't write it down again, did you?
Oh, no, I didn't know.
Yep, no, sweet.
I thought Alex, our producer, would have written that down, but it's fine. All right, show and
and
tell.
tell.
What'd you bring in for us, man?
I brought in my cajon.
Show it off.
Show it off. Tell us
Sorry.
about
Do you want to?
Yeah, I like I had a few ideas, and I thought I'll bring the biggest, most cumbersome, pain in the ass thing to bring. It's probably going to help me a bit later tonight, though. So
Yeah.
good thing I did bring it. So the cajon is a South American. Well, I don't know if that's where it originated, but cajon is a South American drum that is essentially a wooden box.
And you made this yourself?
Yeah, because they're really expensive, and I couldn't afford one, so I just looked up the internet's a hell of a thing. There's pretty much nothing you can't do these days thanks to the internet. So if you need something and you can't afford it, just Google how to do it. I made this myself. It cost me about $35-40 in parts. I could go on all day about it, but essentially it's a three ply front. Normally cajons are 2, just means I've got to hit it a bit harder. It's a little more thicker. I put little rubber stoppers on the feet. Unfortunately, I did the entire face in
That was a shot and a half.
small Phillips.
Just quickly, Dave, I finally got him in the face.
Like,
Have you
I've
seen us
watched
flick the
every
cards?
episode waiting to see you
wait till you
get
see
him.
this back. I got him right in the face.
I recken if I had have tried, I would have gotten that in my teeth.
Thank God, because like everyone at home is probably going, he's talking about a box. Like, this is the equivalent to the box.
Thank fuck Josh got hit in the face.
Yeah, that saved it. Yeah. Look, it's great, and it's.
I've
like,
always loved the sound of this,
We'll put-
this instrument.
We'll put little photos up. Basically, it's a wooden box, and it explores the imagination. It challenges.
But you've got
you
snare
to-
wires in there.
Yeah,
It's
like-
that's.
That's more to it than
I
what
think
you're
very
doing
soon
there.
we'll be able to hear what it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm gonna plan it later, and I hope it comes across good. But yeah, highly recommend every drummer should have a seat that they can play. That's essentially what it is. Tonight it's a coffee table.
Do you reckon I can get him in the face
One
again?
more.
Is that mine?
Ready, Dave?
That's definitely
Dave.
yours.
Yes.
Ready? Oh, no good.
Favorite insult or swear word?
You're a fucking goon bag.
That's a great
Goon bag.
line.
I
That's
just,
my favorite one,
yeah, goon bag.
What's your best skill?
My best skill,
Yeah.
devil's advocate.
Oh, sorry. Besides wanking off cats.
Oh, finish the damn question. There.
I know.
Who's that from?
Because that was actually a really good answer.
Who's that question from?
I don't know. Josh writes the episode.
No,
It just says best skill
I know who
in
made
brackets.
that question up.
Look, it just says best skill in brackets besides wanking off cats.
I'm allergic to cats.
I wrote that, didn't
Especially-
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Did anybody else see
Who
that
does it
article?
sound like? Sorry?
The other day I was watching the news and apparently cats have some sort of like generic thing where they actually like produce a thing to make people allergic to them. Yeah, it's like
Oh,
I'll
Because they're
I'll
not
put a
evil
link in
enough
the
as
comment.
it is.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it was on the news. They were like, "Oh, it turns out cats make
Do this
themselves
deliberately.
allergic."
Yeah, that's
I'm allergic
really-
to cats. I'm just like another reason you guys are going to hell.
That's
I
really,
love cats, but
that's
they go
really
now.
interesting. I'm going to ask another question. Favorite album? Go.
Hands down, Black Sabbath Volume 4.
Good answer.
For numerous reasons, and if it wasn't
I don't want any
that, it'd
reasons.
be Rubber Soul.
I just asked what your favorite album was.
Yeah. Rubber Soul and Volume 4.
Favorite movie?
Clockwork Orange or Joker.
Oh,
Joker's
Joker's
already
yeah.
raising the list.
Yeah,
Dude, you have to see it.
Yeah,
Seriously?
it's really hard for me because I know it's a new movie and I might change over time, but it's
It's
up there.
right.
Seriously,
Yeah.
man.
Although I know you're a huge Joker fan, so I think you're waiting for that movie for a long time.
I think you should dissolve any preconceptions of Joker you have before you watch that movie.
Absolutely.
It's
Go
not
into
Joker.
it just not thinking about anything.
No,
but
Dark Knight just created a really good Joker for me.
Don't worry about
well,
that.
Then throw
Don't-
it out
Yeah.
because it's got nothing to do with this movie.
It's got nothing
yeah.
to do with it. Like,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying though. Like Dark Room, don't talk to
But-
anyone through it and just watch it. It's bloody amazing.
Yeah, it will fuck with you. But that being said, there are two movies that are really massively important to me that I need to get people to watch. I'll be quick.
Yeah.
The World, the Flesh, and the Devil, I think it's called. And the main star in it is Harry Belafonte. And it plays on the premise of The Last Man on Earth. And it, I don't know, maybe it's popular around cult circles, but today especially it's really relevant. Harry Belafonte, with his musical abilities in the film, so it's brilliant musically, but he basically gets trapped in a mine. The mine collapses, he gets trapped. When he gets back out, there's nobody left on Earth.
Yep.
I don't want to spoil
Oh
it.
man, I love
but,
those type of movies.
But there may be there might be another character. They might be white, and it might really explore issues of racism well beyond what people are talking about nowadays. Like it's kind of one of those like go back. Trust me, they were talking about it back then. It's very easy to resolve. This movie's a really good thing, and also H.G. Wells's State of Things to Come, or the I can't remember the name of it, but again, a really good depiction of war. Some of these old movies, they might not have had the technology to keep up, but the writers were just as onto it as the writers are nowadays. So allow a bit of attention to those two films.
Sure.
All right. Last question. Someone that doesn't like you, what would they say about you?
This was probably the worst podcast they'd had. No, I'm a wanker. I don't know.
Yeah. I like your first answer.
yeah. Like,
It's a funny one, isn't it? Because
you guys were
it
doing really well
question-
until you got Dave on. And
You have to question your own ego, and you have to be like, "Why the fuck wouldn't someone like me?" Or I don't know. I've never really thought about the question myself. I've never asked myself that question.
It's a fucking good question, and I think.
Do you have a fucking good answer for us?
Yeah,
I'd like the first one.
yeah, like I think if someone didn't like me, they would say something that like I could definitely counteract.
Sure.
Whatever they'd say, I could
Yeah.
definitely like.
So you're happy to be wrong?
Oh, fucking, I am wrong like 89 billion
Yeah.
% of the time. Like,
No, but it's been really good having you on, man. It's been a really
awesome.
good chat.
This is by far the longest one, and I think for good reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
and I didn't even get to mention my dogs.
Oh,
Mention
come
your
on.
dog just quickly.
Damn right, we're finishing on this. Justice and Saber.
We're not
And
finished.
an honourable mention to Red.
We're not finishing on it. Oh, like,
The photos are coming up right now. Like, as you're stalling,
yeah.
there are just a barrage of photos of my dogs.
On the break that we took, you said some really nice things about this show that I think you should repeat.
I think...
I'm all for being complimented.
I think that what you guys are doing is a really wonderful thing, and I am really, really honoured and very, very happy that I made it into season 1. We were at the pub the other day, and I asked Josh when I was going to be on, and he said, probably season 2, and I was gutted because I really wanted to get around this. I think this is a really wonderful thing. I think Melbourne's music scene sort of needs a bit of unification. We need to start not just complaining about venues and musicians and things like that, but we also need to start solving the issues we have. You branch out, you learn a lot from your community. There's a lot of wonderful people out there. Melbourne's sick. Like, Melbourne should be up there with London, California. You know, all these like strongholds of musical
But
culture.
we have
Melbourne should be on that
We have
map.
so many talented friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to document things like this is an honour for us as well, because it's like, you know what I mean? They are very talented, just like you are, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's why we want you here.
You haven't
So
heard me play yet. I'm
Yes, I
I'm
have.
joking.
I've been to many of your shows.
I meant my song tonight. It'll
Oh, right.
change
Yeah,
everything.
no.
But no, you're right.
We can always edit that out. No, but whatever.
I think I get what you're saying, and like I'm a viewer of this show, obviously prior to tonight, and I've watched the show, and I don't know half the people that these guys have had on, but yet I'm friends with Josh, and we've played the same venues, but you and I aren't even really friends, and that it's amazing how dense this environment is for talent and artists and musicians. And if you branch out and you start to look around, it's only like, literally you can go to one gig and you'll make 10 new friends. And you go to 2 gigs and you've got 50 new friends. And the Melbourne music scene is just so incredibly diverse and dense and wonderful. And there is a lot of infighting. There's a lot of tall poppy syndrome. There's a lot of problems. And I think it is what keeps us out of being a main stage. So I think podcasts like this are the beginning of like a movement of unification. And it hopefully, like no delusions of grandeur here, but it's little things like this, and it's people sort of giving those platforms and having that belief that'll make us the next scene.
Absolutely. And like, it'd be really cool, like, obviously, if people watch this show on a regular basis like you do, because you just love musos, man. You like to pick people's brains and stuff like that. But it's all about getting out there and going to the Wednesday night gigs, go to the Tuesday night gigs.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
100%.
That's where
It's
they
e-
all
it's e-
start.
yeah,
That's
it's
where
easy
they
to
all
get-
Even if you don't have money or you don't have transport or you live out in the country, jump on YouTube, type in your favorite song, like type in any fucking song you like, and just put in the word cover and scour the endless streams of videos of individuals just like you and me and him and just watch people replicate these artworks. And then if you really like the way they do, David Bowie's, sound and vision, click on their channel, see if they've done anything original. And trust me, there is a rabbit hole of talent in every individual that you
You might find it. They're from Melbourne. You can go catch their shows.
Yeah,
You can
exactly.
go see them in person.
They're the most underrated
I guess
awesomeness
that's all we're trying to do here.
in
is
this
just,
ground movement shit.
just another platform for people to
Just
to reach
showcase
out.
their,
And
their
'cause, like, we
abilities
have-
and explain themselves.
100%.
we have an amazing friendship group, and I'm glad, like,
I'm in it now.
I'm your mate now. You know what I mean? Like, just from doing this, I've got a new friend, and
Yeah,
yeah, man.
I'll
So,
drink to that.
you ready to pose on 3?
All right.
1.
Are we posing or are we...
Nah, we're posing.
No, we'll
Alright,
post
yeah.
the last few ones.
Good.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
So the song that I've decided to do is primarily because of the vocals. I think poetry is one of the best art forms, and I think its most beautiful format is through lyricists. No greater than Simon and Garfunkel in a lot of ways. So this is a bit of a tribute to them. They say that Richard Corey owns one half of this whole town, with political connections to spread his wealth around. Born into society, a banker's only son, he had everything a man could want, with power, grace and style. The papers print his picture almost everywhere he goes. Richard Corey at the opera, Richard Corey at a show. Memories of his parties and the orgies on his yacht. He surely must be happy with everything he's got. But I work in his factory, and I curse the life I'm living, and I curse my poverty. And I wish I could be. Oh, I wish that I could be Richard Corey. He freely gave to charity, he had that common touch. We were grateful for his patronage and we thanked him very much. So my mind was filled with wonder when the evening headlines read that Richard Corey went home last night and put a bullet in his head. But I work in his factory, and I curse the life I'm living, and I curse my poverty. But I wish I could be. Oh, I wish that I could be. Yeah, I wish I could be Richard Corey.